All right, guys, let's talk. Let's talk about it. You see the title. Kevin Samuels warned us. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all see everything that came in tuition? I definitely do, all day long. Like, seriously, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I don't see a lot of things getting better. You see, K. Michelle came on Cam Newton the other day. Let me know if y'all can hear me too. If you can put in the chat that you can hear me, I would appreciate it. But K. Michelle said the men need to step up. She said, blame the men. And you know what I said. You can't just blame one side. It's not one side at all. Like, why do we do that? Why do we want to blame one side of it? Like, I don't get it. And you know, Cam, he didn't say too much. He don't even know what to say. He don't even know what to say. After that Dr. Bryant went up on there, he don't even know what to say. And it's sad because men still have a voice too. Even though she had 3 marriage proposals. She had 3 marriage proposals. And you talking about men need to step up? How do men need to step up? I'm just curious. It's like you can't say anything. You can't say nothing about if a woman has attitude. You can't say nothing about weight. You can't say nothing about anything. Look, let's talk about it. And how is that helping us? How is that helping us? Like, real talk. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, that ain't gonna do anybody justice. And a lot of times as women, we okay it. Women talk about everything they don't like. They say they don't like a short man. They don't like a man that makes under $100,000. They don't like a man that makes under $250,000. But if a man say he don't like something about a woman, why is it such a big deal? Why is it like, let's break the house down? Like, why? I mean, does a man's voice, it doesn't count? I mean, what's up with that? I'm curious. Let's take a look at something.
Play Store and download now. Okay, well, let's start. Denise,
you need to help me find somebody. Listen, Kendra, girl, I quit my job today. It was probably not a good idea, but I did. I was fed up with them. Oh, Kendra, help me. I need a rich man to support me, Kendra. What am I going to do?
Are you trolling me right now?
No, I'm not.
What job did you quit? What job did you quit?
I was working at the...
Why did you quit?
Hilton.
Because they're racist. They're racist. And I had enough.
Okay, so what city are you calling me from?
Las Vegas.
How old are you?
39.
Do you have kids?
No.
No kids. So, and have you ever been married?
Yes, I was married one time when I was like 22. Yeah, I was 22. He was in the military. We needed to get those benefits, girl. So we got married for like 4 years, had hella benefits, medical insurance, all of that. You know what I mean? Had it all going on. And then he got out of the military. He was like, girl, I don't want to be married to you anymore. Like, you're a crash out. You crash out all the time. We don't want to do this anymore. And
Like
so
right now.
like he's now married to like a white lady. It's very cute and everything. I love it for them. It's but no, I'm not married anymore.
Okay. So you said in the beginning you quit your job and you want a rich man.
I did. I quit my job today. I couldn't do it anymore, Kendra. I couldn't do it. You know, when you've had enough of just the disrespect. Kendra, I crashed out on these motherfuckers today. Oh, so wait. Oh, sorry. I can't say that. But I crashed out on these white people today.
Okay. So let's get to the type of man you're looking for.
We need to find me a rich man who just wants to take care of me. Like, no cookie. You ain't getting nothing. Nothing at all.
Then you need to focus on 70, like in that area, older white men.
Yeah, I would do 70. Yeah, 70 as long as, like, if he wants to take me shopping or eating. I love to eat. I love eating. Like, Kendra, eating is like my favorite hobby ever. So if he wants to take me eating and you do not want any of this down here, nothing south of the order.
Why do you not want to have sex?
No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Not with the older men. Not with the older Not with the older men. I just don't want it. You know, I don't want them putting that. You know what I'm saying, girl.
Okay, so listen, listen, it's my first time meeting you. I want to make sure you're not trolling me. This is things that you're very being honest for. You're just trying to make a moment.
So she don't mind spending his money. You don't mind spending his money. And why would he spend his money on you?
Kendra, I've had the hardest day of my life, and it's... Kendra, listen. I've been crashing out for 3 hours. I just want an older person who just wants no cookie and wants to take care of me. Because I'm going to be poor. I am poor. I'm going to be poor and on the streets having to sell my cat. And I don't want to sell my cat, Kendra. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Please, Kendra, that's all I want is an older man, no cat. Give me money. Give me the money. Show me the money. That's all I want. Is that too hard to ask for?
Yes, it is.
Well, you live in Vegas. I think you gotta, if this is what you're asking for, you gotta focus on almost dead. Focus on almost dead men that just want to have almost dead men that just want to have a thrill of life. And you can be their thrill for the last 2 years of their life. If that's what y'all want, lady, if y'all want just somebody that's gonna pay your bills, almost dead is the age you looking for. He impotent. But he might got kids that. But now if he got kids, the kids gonna whoop your ass for trying to get their daddy's money. So yeah, I don't know, but it's the almost dead man that's gonna for this.
Kendra, stop! Oh my gosh, Kendra, please, girl, please, please, whip my ass. Kendra, please. Oh gosh.
Kendra needs to be stopped. Are you telling me that this lady called in to her show talking about she want an old man, but she don't want to give the cat? And she just want to spend his money and go shopping? And Kendra said, focus on the old men. What old men? It's Vegas. It's tons of people in Vegas. Tons of nice looking girls in Vegas. I mean, why would they pick her? I mean, a total crash out. You're just crashing out online. And she's sitting up there okaying that crap. Like, that's wild. Like, come on now. Like, look, this is what Kevin said. He said, women okay this. She literally telling her, go on and find you an older man. She said almost to deletion. The man's going to be almost there. Are we really following this? Like, that's sad. And the crazy thing is, a lot of older women and a lot of families be telling the girls, go get your older man. They'll give you some money. One foot in the grave, other foot on a banana pillar. That is a lie. That is a lie. You know why? So I'm seeing a whole bunch of homeless women right now. A whole bunch of homeless women. So they need to quit saying that. They honestly do. That is not what that's about at all. Like, what? And Kendra just sitting there chilling and just like, I promise you, most of her callers, you just be like, is this real? But it is. And she means it. She means it. Like, come on now. Like that's wild to me.
Single girl era again?
Not by choice, but I respect him.
You got to talk about it. Angela Simmons and your guy. It's crazy. You know how you be thinking you want somebody so bad, and then after you get it, it probably wasn't that interesting to him no more. It wasn't that interesting to him. But this is the interview that she had with Angie Martinez the other day about their split. Listen to this real quick, and we're gonna talk.
It's all love. Like,
it's not your choice.
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it. No.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man like pursued you. So you're not telling me that he ended. Did he end the relationship or didn't?
No, it was my choice. You know, I had to make a decision.
Was there heartbreak involved?
Yeah. It is hard. I feel like for me with relationships, because I get really invested and I'm like in. When I'm in love, like, which means like I'm staying with you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, my feelings, you know, it didn't feel good.
Right now,
she ended the relationship and he did pursue her, right? But here we go with this. He probably did pursue her. He pursued her. He thought he wanted her. I mean, sometimes people just be, I mean, she might have been like a dream to him. And then when he really got her, it was like, I guarantee it. She talking about she loved hard, but you broke up with him, ma'am. You know, women literally initiate like 85% of breakups is because of the women. The women be like, I wasn't feeling it. He don't make me feel like a certain kind of way. But your man is not in charge of a woman feeling any kind of way. That's on you, ma'am. That's on you. If you don't come into a relationship whole, I mean, that's not up to a man to make you feel any kind of way. And we gotta start getting that across to the young ladies, because that's all you hear is people say, you know, I ain't feeling myself, or I mean, it might just be you. It might not have anything to do with that relationship. It might not have nothing to do with that. You know, a lot of women think, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna take my kids, I'm gonna go find better. And nobody's gonna love your kids as much as their actual father on a regular. I'm not saying that there are some stepdads out there, some crash outs, but on the majority, their own father is going to be the one to love your children. Like, real talk. So somebody said it to me the best. They said, at best, a lot of men will be cordial to your kids. They will be cordial to your kids. They will be nice to your kids. But at the end of the day, they're not your kids. So if you got a man and he's cool and he's nice and he does what he's supposed to do and you do what you're supposed to do, you better keep him. Because as you see, as you get older, there ain't a lot of men just standing around. Just there's not. There's a lot of men out here, but most of the women don't even want those men. So when they say no men out here, there's men out here. It's just that those are the ones that a lot of women don't want. You know, I'm just being honest. I mean, it's silly. I mean, because you got to play with the cards that you dealt. And you got to be logical. And a lot of times when you're saying that you want John Henry, he's 6'5", I mean, and he's making over 100K. Where is that person at? I mean, and if he's making that much money and he's 6'5", don't you think it's a long line? You're going to get in line if you make the line. If you make the cut. If you make the cut, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So when I hear people saying, like, you know, people about to break up with somebody and their aunties and their moms be like, oh, you'll be okay. You young. You'll find somebody else. That is not true. That's not true. Women, y'all got to stop telling these girls they're going to go find somebody else so fast, so quick. And that ain't healthy either. That ain't healthy. Kids waking up, seeing John, Larry, Sean, Mike. That ain't good. So we need to start talking about some togetherness a little bit more, because with this going on, like this is not good. That's all I'm gonna say. That ain't good. That ain't good. So look, I wish both of them well, but all I'm saying is that ain't logical. That ain't logical.
A certain amount of money
of wealth is what I'm seeking for. So yes, there is a dollar amount. I'll start with 200 annually.
Okay. So would you date a man that made less than 200K, or that's the minimum?
Minimum.
Okay. So
Well, like I said, that's loaded. If you like 150 and you have like 12 properties, that's your 200 right there. That's
how old are you?
39.
Kids do you have?
Just mine.
Hello.
Did she say if he has 12 properties? I mean, unless they giving away properties at the corner store. Like she said it as if it would be no problem for him to have 12 properties. She said he had to make 100K. She said preferably with 200K. Are you serious? Sometimes I just be wondering, do people to be calling Kendra and just be like, I'm gonna call and just make up a story? Because I've been really thinking like there's no way that this is real. Let me run that back just real quick. I just gotta hear her say that one more time.
Wealth is what I'm seeking for. So yes, there is a dollar amount. I'll start with 200 annually.
Okay. So would you date a man that made less than 200K, or that's the minimum?
Minimum.
Okay. So
well, like I said, that's loaded. If you like 150 and you have like 12 properties, that's your 200 right there. That's
how old are you?
39.
Kids do you have?
Just mine.
How old's your daughter?
She will be 3 in August.
Okay. Why are you not with the dad?
That's a long story, but long story short, we were never in a relationship, and we tried to make a relationship happen when we found out we were pregnant, and I found out he was having another baby a couple of weeks before I delivered.
Oh, wow.
Right. So
okay, that sucks. So yeah, both of y'all pregnant at the same time. What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
So have you ever been married?
No, engaged but never married.
Okay.
A lot of Black women have 3 or 4 engagements. You know what's crazy is you were a baby mama and now this man has to come to you making 200K. And then she said she's looking for wealth if he has 12 properties, as if somebody is handing out properties like they're candy canes. I mean, make it make sense.
All right. What kind of man you looking for, honey?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. I have a whole list, Kendra. It's all on my profile. He can't be insecure. Has to have a job. Like the other lady said, no sassy men. I am celibate right now.
Could he have kids? I know you said you want kids.
No more than 2.
Okay, you got kids. Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Now we talked about the 6. I prefer taller men. I am 5'4.5", but I look tall. I like to wear tall shoes. So if I'll go 5'10" and up. I do like Black men. I am pro-Black. I'll take a Paul Wall though. I will take a Paul Wall.
Paul Wall is a famous white rapper.
Yes, I'll take
He's
Paul Wall.
a Black woman.
Yes.
So you'll date a white man with a Black swag?
I'll date other race with Black knowledge.
What does that mean?
Meaning you have to be okay with the culture. You have to be okay with a bonnet. You have to be okay with getting nails done. You have to be okay with the fact that my daughter is a Black woman. And with Black women, we do come with Black women situations and Black women issues and Black women complaints. And if you're not willing to listen to that and help me.
Nobody is coming to raise you. So when I hear women say, you got to deal with a Black woman, you got to come with they have to listen to your situations. Nobody's listening to that. Like, I don't know what they selling. I don't know what Kendra telling them women, but they don't got to be bothered with that. I'm sorry, they don't.
Work my way through that, or even, be the security that I need and the comfort that I need, that when I am having a bad day, I can come home and just feel safe, because you already know what I've dealt with. You already know or have an idea that my life is not easy.
Should you make a certain amount of money?
That's a loaded question too. Yes and no. Making a lot and having a lot are 2 different things. If you have your assets, if you have the mindset of wealth is what I'm seeking for. So yes, there is a dollar amount. I'll start with 200 annually, but that 200 consists of like property, other businesses, 401k, trust fund, things of that sort, things that I'm building to leave with my baby that my parents have left for me.
Okay. Would you date a man that made less than 200K, or that's the minimum?
Minimum.
Okay. So
well, like I said, that's loaded. If you like 150 and you have like 12 properties, that's your 200 right there. That's a mindset.
Okay, so if his assets either make 200K or have assets that equal up to 200K.
Minimum.
And you have a three.
You want a man that's making 200K. 200K. And there's a baby seat in the back seat. Does that make sense to anybody? It don't make sense to me.
3-year-old child, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming your 3-year-old child's father fit that requirement.
We were never in a relationship until we got pregnant.
So you know the men are gonna say you gave a man a baby who didn't fit that requirement. Why does he?
So the situation with my daughter, I found out I was pregnant 1 year after my mom passed. So for me to wait this long, obviously there is a requirement. If I waited this long to have and I don't want to call my baby an accident baby, so I'm gonna call her a blessed baby because she came at a point where something was missing and she filled a void. If that makes sense. So no.
I mean, I lost a mother, so I do know the trauma when you lose mothers and you go through things like that. We'll move forward. I'll just ask this final question.
Okay.
Hypothetical. Let's just say two things can happen. One, there could be a man watching and he fits your requirement and wants to date you, and then we got a match. If you don't find a man that fits that requirement that wants to date you, are you okay with never dating again?
No, God has a man for me. My husband's out there.
No, I'm saying hypothetical. Let's say your husband's out there, but he doesn't make 200K, or you are for certain God will send you a man that has 200K or plus.
Ask and I provide.
Okay, well there you have it.
I'm so faithful. I believe it, guys. I mean, if he's working his way to that, if we're in like the 125 to 200, and I see, like I said, it's a mindset, and your mind is, if you got a late start, I'm cool with that. But as long as you're working your way to that, I just don't want to. I don't want to stop my progression, and I don't want to revert back. I don't want to backpedal. As a man, it takes a certain type of man to accept this and to appreciate it. And I don't want to put you in a position to where you're struggling to show your appreciation.
Have you ever dated a man that fit that tax category?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to him?
Oh, he was a cheater.
Okay, so now we're getting deeper. So make this amount of money and be faithful.
I'm faithful, and I make it.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about him.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you dated the man that made that tax amount, but he wasn't faithful.
No.
So faithful is really your deal breaker, not the money.
Yeah. The mindset, and it's all, like I said, it's all in the mindset. You have to want these things. There's a man out there that wants to be in a relationship, that wants to be successful, that wants this partner, this life, this helpmate that's going to help him progress. Not a whole bunch of helpmates that does a little bit here. This one does this one does that. No, I do it all. I can do it all. I'm a helpmate.
No, listen, of course the man exists. The question is, it has to be a match, right? So he has to want that. And according to this conversation, you already talked to God about this.
Oh yeah, we talk every day. I prayed before I got on here.
Oh, well, okay. All right, let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. I'm in my car, so let me see if I can.
I want to see this.
And I am at work. Uh-oh.
Okay, we see the hips, girl. Ooh. Okay. All right, we see you, honey. When was your last relationship, Netty?
Outside of my daughter's father, it was my ex-fiance, 2020.
2019. Oh, are you not having sex until marriage or relationship?
Relationship.
Okay, 2019. And the last time you had sex was 3 years ago?
See, my daughter will be about, remember I found out when she was 5 months, so about 3 years ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Patience. I can be very stubborn. I work a lot, and sometimes my punctuality is a little delayed.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm a helpmate. I'm heaven sent.
I had a conversation about your 200K request. A lot of people think that that's unrealistic. And obviously you will be a highlight. So I will give you a moment to respond to the people who think that that's a unrealistic requirement. What do you want to say?
How is that unrealistic? If I'm able to do it, and there are men who I work with, like if y'all really want this $1 million man, blue collar, I work with guys who, and a lot of them are married, a lot of them are not of age, but it takes them maybe, depending on how they work, 5 to 6 years to hit $1 million. Multi-millionaires. But
So hold on real quick. They will say, well, since you're around those men, why don't you date any of them? Why aren't they dating you? That's what they're going to say.
yeah, you don't sleep where you work.
Well, you need to talk to these men who are friends to these guys, because women that lock down those type of men, that's their job. And a lot comes with men who make money. So, you know, you already said one component. You dealt with the guy. He wasn't faithful. I don't think all men in this category cheat, but a high probability will. And I don't have the energy to challenge you on it, because the one thing when we were talking, this is you and God, you know, according to you, you and God had this discussion. So once people tell me that, I'll be like, listen, that's between her and God. Okay, what's your profile page?
Netty.
No, there's no way. She's talking about they out there. She said there's millionaires out there. There's guys that make $200, but they're not picking you. Most likely, they're not going to pick you. You have a baby seat in the backseat of your car. And she says it as if I make money, they should make money too. I mean, baby, you live in San Francisco. And just because you see people who have money, it doesn't mean they want to give it to you. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It does not mean that. And right now we live in a time where people are telling women that there are men that make $250K plus, and they are just ready to throw it at somebody's baby mama. And that ain't true. That's not true. For her to say, well, he can make 150 as long as he has 12 properties. As if 12 properties is a bag of chips. I mean, come on now, Netty. Come on now, Netty. Like, you are tripping. You got with a man who had another woman pregnant at the same time. Now, all of a sudden, this billionaire has to be dropped down out of the clouds. Like, make that make sense. Hey, what's going on? I have a 20 skinny. What's good, baby? This is nuts to me. Like, and she is dead serious. She's not playing. She's dead serious. Like, why lions don't take care of other lions' cubs? I don't even think dogs take care of other pups of other dogs. I mean, does it happen sometime? Some guys do become stepdads. But how often are they just looking? They're not just looking. And she smiles as if it's nothing to say, yeah, he needs to make 250 or more. Like, that's crazy to me. And this is society. Society is letting these women believe this. And you hear women say, I ain't gonna settle. I ain't gonna settle. So you gonna be alone? You gonna be alone with your dog, your cat? Because that's probably what's gonna happen if you keep this up. Like, this is gonna happen. And you talking about you know him? You know, Louis Vuitton stores and Gucci stores don't mean you own any. Like, that's just wild. It said, let me see your Kendra Cam. Look, like, seriously, though, like, think about it. And when you got people like this on here talking, I mean, look at society. People don't look at it now. Look, I know women who are 30s and in their 40s. They are working harder than most people. I'm talking about working down overtime. You see 15,000 Black women got laid off, which Kevin Samuels he was already talking about that. He was talking about the jobs that was going to be on the chopping block. But a lot of women, they didn't look at that. Sometimes you don't got to like somebody to listen to what somebody is saying. And I think in society, we are caught up in that. We are caught up in it. We don't like somebody, we don't listen to them. And that ain't right. You're right. Winter is here. Winter's here. I'm looking at it. Do you know how many women I see living in their cars? I ain't never seen homeless women as much as I'm seeing homeless women right now. Women are taught to go to school, get your job, and become a boss chick at a job, because most women don't even have careers. They got jobs. And it's not even making sense. And now women are finding it hard to have kids now. You know, they're saying like 58% of women won't even have kids. Like, what is that going to do to this country? Like 1970, 15% of women didn't have kids. And you telling me that we about to be coming up on 58% of women? So they just gonna have jobs? I mean, think about it. And people are not even socializing with anybody. A lot of women don't even talk to their family. They don't. And the more socially awkward you become when you're always by yourself, women, I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. They going to work and they go home. Men too. Men ain't walking up to women. That's all you see. All kind of TikToks where the men are saying they're not going up to the women no more. They're not. They're not. They say 50% of men are not even having at all. So make it make sense. How are women having the kids? 50% of men are childless. Somebody says, hey, Skinny, he says, a homeless woman made a vlog about her. Oh, yeah. She was bathing at Gold's Gym. Oh, yeah. I didn't see them in the Gold's Gym. The gym, I didn't see them in the storage places. Oh, yeah, they stay in the libraries. I mean, it's getting rough. It is getting rough out here. And I'm telling you, if you're not bonding to nobody, you're not bonding to nobody. A lot of women say they don't even have friends. They're like, I don't have friends. They're like, I don't trust women. I mean, that's not normal. When did we start getting into this whole thing of women don't talk to other women? Like, how's that helpful? How's that helpful? It ain't helpful to me. It ain't helpful to nobody. Like, it doesn't make sense. And you're standing strong for what? What are you standing strong for? Make that make sense to me. I'm trying my best to make sense out of that. And what is life gonna be? What's life gonna be? And I hear 60-year-old women be saying they ain't taking on men that make under $50,000. Really? Who you think you about to meet? Average salary, a lot of men. 40, was it 42, 45? And there's so many women saying they're not settling, and that be their excuse why they're not with nobody. They be like, well, I'm not gonna settle. Are you really? I mean, and when a man said that they'll say, oh, he talking too crazy, he talking too rough. And it's like, somebody gotta start, women, we gotta start speaking up. Kevin only told the truth when it came to situations like this. Look at it. Look how many baby showers there are with no fathers. And yeah, the man don't even be dropping off babies either. But why are all the women having these babies? You just heard her say she was pregnant by a man that had two of them pregnant. Same time, Kettle Twins. As somebody said, the man they want will be settling for them. And that's the big thing, right? While she's talking about how she lives in San Francisco and there's tons of people that live in $2 million houses, as if they're inviting you in with your car seat, ma'am. They're not. They're not. I'm sorry. They're not inviting you in. Like, yeah, just because you don't mean that you about to do something with them. And this is what society is really telling these girls out here. Don't let social media got everybody messed up. Social media got us all messed up. Somebody said, how y'all already broken up before the gender reveal? And that's the thing. I'm seeing tons of celebrities. I'm seeing all kinds of celebrities on social media broken up, having their baby showers. Like, what? I mean, does that make sense to anybody? And we say it like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. There's nothing for a woman to have three or four names, different last names in the house. She yelling Johnson, Franklin. For real, Jackson. I mean, and what is that? Like? Why are we making that a regular thing? A regular thing. I listened to an old Kevin Samuels show earlier, and it was a guy on there. He was telling Kevin, God rest his soul, that the man was telling Kevin, like, yeah, the women don't, the women don't, they just don't appreciate your approach. How is a man supposed to say that? I mean, why do we gotta sugarcoat the truth? Why do we gotta sugarcoat the truth? Seriously. Why? It ain't paying off for us. What are you supposed to, the Derek Jacksons? And what's the little guy's name that that always be talking about if your man ain't buying this and ain't buying that, he ain't no man? I mean, those are dreams. Pandering. We got so many pandering people out here on social media. This is where you get the girls with the yes and the like. No, you see your cousins, and your nieces, and some of y'all's daughters. Yada awakening, yes. You see what I'm saying? If you even look at any of his content, it all be saying it'd be like, ladies, if he don't pay all the bills, and you know what's crazy? I told a young lady one time, she said she would not be with a man if he didn't pay 100% of her bills, right? 100%. I said, have you ever had a man pay even 60% of your bills? She was like, no. What make you think you about to get 100? Like, and they be serious. This is not no joke. Like, they be for real. Like, yeah, I'm waiting on 100. Why would he spend all, like, most men can't take care of you. That's facts. They can't. They cannot take care of you. And all we doing now, all the women, like the Dragonfly said, the arms never lie. The arms never lie. Okay. Yeah, you can be snatched, get your body done, whatever you want to go do. Hey, baby, it all comes out at the end. Okay. And I mean, hey, you can find 20 women looking the same on one block. So go on social media. I mean, so when I hear women going, well, I ain't settling, like what are you talking about? These are regular people. I'm a regular person, but I'm just saying, like, when you hear them talking like this, I had a lady not too long ago, she was 65 years old. And she was saying, if a man don't have as much as I got, I don't want him. Somebody always gonna have less. I don't care what it is. And men been grabbing women out of diners and out of the gutters for years. But it's only a problem when when women date somebody who make less than them. Why is that? Why is it okay for men just to date women that make under? Men been taking women on vacations forever. Let a woman have to go pay for a vacation. She gonna do a TikTok video about that. She gonna save receipts and everything. Like, why is that? Why do we make that a okay thing? It's just like with the celebrities. When somebody got to pay, what's the lady's name that was on that dating show? And she had to pay that man. What she give him? Like, was it $5 million? $1 million or something? 500,000? And everybody was up and they was losing their mind that she had to pay this man $500,000. You know how many men had to pay women? You know how many men? I mean, like, why is it? I mean, y'all want equal equality until it come to that money. Until it come to that money. When it comes to the money, y'all be like, we just playing. We just playing. Like, I mean, seriously, make it make sense. Even when it comes to going out, a man doesn't want to go out and spend $200 on a woman he doesn't really know. That's like the coffee date theory. I don't see nothing wrong with somebody's going to go get coffee. That way, if you don't like her or she don't like you, y'all can part your ways. It ain't got to be a half a car note. It doesn't. Like, make it make sense. But you got girls on here that come on these social media platforms and they be telling you while they're doing their makeup or whatever they doing to their face, and they be like, this is how you get a rich man. Like, where are the results? The results is showing us otherwise. It is. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the girls dancing with the EBT cards with the two thing of groceries in the cart. Like, I mean, make it make sense. And then the pushback that you get when you're just talking about what's going on. I don't think people realize how bad it's going to get. Look, Skinny said she quality. Look, for real, like, think about it. And these are real conversations. These are real conversations that we are not willing to have. I don't know if the women aren't telling their daughters what's the real or what. I definitely seen that K Michelle on Cam News. Y'all seen her saying the men is letting the She said, Cam, we're counting on you. She said, the women are all counting on you, Cam. Right? Like, it was wild. And Cam, he don't know what to say after that. Dr. Brian came on there and talked to him. He don't even know what to say no more. And I bet he had a lot. When men say stuff, they get bashed even way more. And don't get me wrong, people come for me too. They'll call me and pick me or whatever, or whatever. I don't care. But I'm just saying. But when it comes to men, like when men speak out and say something, it's like women be like, "You better be quiet." And it's like, no. K Michelle came on there with the most craziest dress on. I mean, like, what's up with the? Like I said in the video I made about it, men gonna treat you how you dress. You come on there. She came on there with the Madonna Vogue little dress. It was crazy. It was crazy work. And you talking about, she said she don't want to date black men, which is fine. I believe people should date whoever they want to on either side. But I don't think they gonna be chasing her. I don't. So my thing is, for her to say, she didn't say one thing about women. She just said men need to do better. She said men need to quit making families. Skinny said she had them yitties. Man, y'all got to go look at that dress. Y'all got to go look at, let me see if I might have a video of her when she was on. Let me take a look real quick, because I might have something on there. That dress was just like, who is your person? Like, who is your person? Like, I mean, I thought everybody had a stylist. Yeah, K Michelle was tripping. And the way that she was just like, and then the part where she said, if y'all caught the interview, you know what I'm talking about, where she said, there ain't nothing like turning down a fly that got everything and turn them down. Like, and she was bragging about having 3 marriage proposals. Like, you bragging about how you had, she said, I'm the runaway bride. Is that like it's a badge of honor? like if it's a badge of honor. And Kevin was one of the first ones to point that out when he said black women have 3 or 4 engagements. Start asking around. Start asking these women. I guarantee it. A lot of women got at least two engagements under their belt. They might not never made it down the altar, but they got about 2. They got about 2 in them. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're I don't know why it doesn't make it, but they always are the most engaged. And for her to say it the way that she said it, it was just like, come on now. What is that? Like, what is that? You crying about the black man not doing this, doing that, but you come on there and you do that. It looks at Diddy, R. Kelly, and Tyler Perry proposed. Look, they might have. Look, Tyler Perry in trouble right now. Like, speaking of Tyler Perry, people are so mad at Straw. I'm sorry. Y'all might come from me. I'm sorry. But a lot of the way that lady was acting in Straw, she was a single mother. She didn't have any money. Her mom was all over the place. She had no contact with her mom, her sister. I mean, what part of that don't we see right now? Like, I see tons of women that don't talk to their families. I see tons of women just like that movie. I don't know what the uproar was about, but y'all don't care about when Sexy Red and any of them is twerking on their bed after they have their babies. Y'all don't mind the bonnets in the airports or the robes. Yes, I've seen robes in the airports. Like, do we really pick stuff when it's popular to be mad about? I'm talking about, and they made videos and all kind of stuff. Y'all don't mind when the women, the brown women that I've been seeing, going behind counters and getting their own food. Why they are cussing? Like, there's no videos about that. There's no videos about that. Look, as Skitty said, I will call them bonnets. And it's wild. And it's so many videos where women, they will stand up for that. Like, why are you at the park with your bonnet on? I've been to the park, and I'm saying the women, like, what is under there that y'all have to have y'all bonnet on 24 hours? Can somebody please tell me what's up under that? And why? And it be whole families. I've seen mothers and daughters all in Kroger's. Everybody got a bonnet on. Everybody got a bonnet on. Like, make that make sense. But this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. We as women, we have gotten lazy. And when I say lazy, I mean lazy. We have gotten lazy. I remember when my aunties, mamas, grandmas, they had sense to them. You could smell them. You knew when your Aunt Brenda or your Aunt Karen came into the house because you smelled them. You could smell the perfume. You could smell that white diamonds or that rapture or whatever she had on. Now these women are smelling like cold batteries and hot steel. Like, they don't even have a smell to them anymore. They got Crocs on. They got pajamas on. Like, come on now. Monique got dragged. Remember when Kevin was one of the first ones I heard talk about the bonnets, pajamas out in public. And then when Monique said something, y'all dragged her. Y'all Texas back road dragged Monique for her talking about them bonnets in Atlanta. And I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta is like the worst airport when it comes to women in them putting on clothes. I don't know if they all got a group meeting. They was all in the group chat and just the worst outfits in the world then they set up at Atlanta's airport. But if you ever been through ATL's airport and you look around at some of the outfits, you'd be like, what possessed you to wear that? Look, seriously, I'm telling you, like, tell me if I'm lying or not. When a woman walked past you, you smelled her. She had a scent to her. You don't smell these women. You don't smell them more. You don't. They don't have a scent to them. They don't. But I think it's the just white diamonds, skinny white diamonds. I think it's just a sentiment of, I think we just don't care no more. And it's sad, but we really got in a habit of not caring. We don't care. We don't care. Half of the women wash their face. I know, I'm seeing it. I'm out in the world. I don't sit behind my desk all day. I go outside in the world and I'm looking at it. I'm seeing it. You ain't got to be all dressed up, but you don't even care. So think about it. So when they have daughters, they don't care. Why would they care? Why would they care? I mean, the manners. I'm seeing grown women burping out loud. Just and they don't say excuse me. And he said they smell like crab legs and hot Takis. Look, hot Cheetos, okay? Like, seriously, like, this is like what are we doing? Even when it comes to our health, our fitness. I mean, I don't remember my grandmas and my great aunties and my aunties. I mean, I just seen 2 10-year-olds. I think they were twins. And I am not exaggerating when I say this. I think each one of them girls was like 130 pounds, and they might have been 8 or 10 years old. I'm just like, what is going on? When did we stop cooking? When did we stop cooking and we just drive through? We just drive through girls. We don't cook at all. And then we get mad. Like, why are we fighting for the most craziest things? So why people are talking about the movie Straw, I want y'all to also come on here and talk about the bonnets, and the pajamas outside, and the Crocs that's turned over. Let's talk about that. Like, seriously, Skinny said, I don't dress for no man, period. And I definitely people can do what they want. Dress for yourself, though. Get dressed. But because if you only getting dressed for a man, you don't really care. Like, if you only getting in the shower because of a man, that's a problem. You need to be getting in the shower because you need to get in the shower. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Yeah. Skinny said, they stopped cooking, blame Uber Eats. And do y'all not know that Uber Eats and DoorDash is on, Klarna? They are doing credit to get their burgers and fries to be shipped to their house. I'm like, what in the world? What, like, I don't think people understand what's coming down. I don't think they understand. And then the women, and it's for the women too, guys. I want y'all to talk to these young girls. When you're talking to an 18, 19-year-old girl, a lot of them, even if they're going to school, you ask them what they're going to school for, they'll be like, business. And you'll be like, well, what you going to do? And they go, oh, I'm going to buy real estate. How? And see, a lot of men didn't get laid off like women got laid off, because men actually, when they sign up to something, they sign up to something because they know it's going to make money. They know women do what they like. Women, they do stuff they like to do because nobody's telling us not to do it. That's the honest truth. It is nothing for women to change their major 2 or 3 times. I'm looking at it. I know girls that got degrees and they don't even work in the field. They just got a whole bunch of degrees. I don't get it. Dragonfly said no man has approached a woman in a bonnet respectfully. You know what? And it's what do y'all say when y'all see, like, I mean, what do y'all say? Pookie does. Yeah, Pookie definitely coming up. Yeah, Pookie needs somewhere to live. And it's wild to me. It's like, are you serious? Nobody's asking you to be like you're going to a ball, ma'am, but you telling me you can't even wash your face and just put on clothes? That's like that statue in New York. I'm sorry. I am not with that statue. You're not going to give me that. I don't even know if the lady had a bra on. I don't even know if the lady had a bra on the statue. That big old statue that's looking like Hawk's woman in the middle. And so many women defended that. They defended that. And I get it. Some of the ones like, she looks like me. Okay, cool. She looks like you. Cool. But that don't have to, I mean, when we are in an age right now, guys, where everybody's taking their phone, I want y'all to look around the restaurant. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. Everybody's picking up their phone and they're checking their pins in their arms right now for diabetes. I was in a couple of different restaurants, and all you seen was everybody before they ate, it was taking that phone and checking that arm. They was checking that arm. And you telling me that we don't have a problem? Like, I don't, like, no. When I was growing up, you know, my mom and dad, they cooked. When you got fast food, might have been on the weekend. It wasn't an everyday thing. I'm seeing little girls, I'm looking at it. I'm seeing little girls, I mean, they 2 or 3 times a day going to the drive-thru. So make that make sense. I don't get it. And Kevin was the first one to say something about it, and they called Kevin rude. I don't get that. Like, if your mama can't say nothing to you about it, a man can't say nothing. Who's able to say something to a woman about something? Who's able to say it? That statue is and look, Lizzo lost weight and they went ham on Lizzo. Or they went off on Lizzo. Yeah, they went off on Lizzo. And I'm like, that's wild. She can't lose no weight. Now, before she was like, you know, big is beautiful. She can be as big as she want to be. And I have nothing against any size of person, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: if I have a daughter, I'm going to try to make sure that she has a good diet, because I know the end results. I know the end. Like I made a video the other day. Mountain Dew is not the new water. I'm sorry, it's not. It is not. And we sit up here and you're looking at TikToks. You're looking at the biggest of the biggest girls with the bikinis on, and it's like we're calling it body positivity, but in the end, it is tearing us apart. We're gonna have a lot of knee surgeries. It's gonna be a lot of knee surgeries in 2040, or it's gonna be knee surgeries. Thank you for the thank you, baby. Pookie doesn't count. Thank you, Dragonfly. I appreciate it, guys. You know, this is my first live that I've done in a long time on here. But seriously, guys, like, exactly. Skinny said, hold a black woman accountable. Who gonna check me, boo? And that is the thing. Who gonna check her? Who's gonna check her? Who gonna check her? It's amazing how many TikToks I see over there where the girl got the bonnet on and just all extra. And I'm just like, I stopped at the bonnet, ma'am. Like, but we cheer that on. We cheered on. It's either them talking trash about the men, or either they're spilling the tea, as they call it. I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing out here? We're not, and I'm just looking at it. Where are them kids gonna be? Look, Dragonfly said nobody. Exactly. But y'all can stand up and talk about the movie Straw. when we got all kind of other things going. Hey, they just gave Glorilla the gospel award. I didn't even know her name. Her middle name was Gloria Hallelujah. That's that girl's middle name. The BET Awards gave, and think about it. I don't think nobody's too far from an award. I mean, if you deserve it, you deserve it. But you telling me out of all the other gospel acts and other artists, there was nobody else? There was nobody else. Y'all gave it to somebody that's twerking in front of headlights? You ain't lying. The EBT Awards. It's the EBT Awards now. It really is. Like, it's wild to me. The outfits, I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say. That's all I got to say. I don't know what to say. And then you got the women that do make some money, and now they, they be on TikTok and they be like, well, I just make too much money, and guys, I just they're jealous of me. I've never met a man that said he met a woman and she made too much money. I haven't met him. I've never had a man say, you know what, her money really was intimidating. I've never seen that before. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Pookie and Rashad, they gonna go right up in that house. So I don't know why. I don't know if are they saying that to make yourself feel better? Like I'm confused. Look, Glorilla, Yolanda Adams, okay? Like what make that make sense? Like, but BET ain't owned by black people no more. So BET just doing whatever they want to do right now. It is what it is. So hey. They gonna give it. All I can say is, look, Glorilla looked shocked when she got the award. She was like, she's kind of looking like, I won. And more gospel artists than Kirk Franklin and Mary. I know there has to be a lot, way more. Like, why is it only down to them two all the time? Like real talk. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't. But we champion that on. We have no problem. When I did the girl that had the boots on the ground and she out there, Jennifer Hudson, I'm talking about women were hot. I'm like, there's no reason for that little girl to be doing, why are you going to clubs doing that dance and boots? Like, I don't get that. Like, do y'all think that's normal? That's not normal to me. That is strange to me. I don't get it. If that was my daughter, you're not about to be out here dancing. You're not about to be out here. Y'all out here twerking, got the girls twerking. They don't even know how to read. The kids, they can't read past a fourth grade reading level. I mean, I don't think people realize that. Look at the video. The kids are fighting over cell phones and tablets. Skinny said no bonnets, no wigs, no BBLs. Oh man, listen. Now that's one thing I will say they gonna have. They might have the bonnets on, but they gonna have them lashes on. They gonna have them lashes on with the bonnets. Now that they will have that on. I mean, I don't get it. I don't. Said Robert Johnson said Robert Johnson sold BET for $3 billion, and then his wife divorced him. His wife divorced him right after that. Man, you know what? I did everything in my power to keep her. 1.5. Man, Tubi Tubi's not black no more. Tubi got bought out. Yeah, Tubi, yeah. Like, hey, one thing about us, we sell. The corner stores, go in any neighborhood, the corner stores are not ours anymore, okay? It is not ours anymore at all. Like, any of that. BT, Tubi, look, it's like, what's going on? You ain't lying. Look, the BBLs, and I will say the BBLs is on a shortage now. I don't see a lot of girls getting BBLs 24/7, how they was doing them all the time. Is that allegedly because he was humping on Deborah Lee? Well, hey, people date who they work around. That's where a lot of affairs happen at when you're at work. They're telling you, think about it. I didn't see Facebook go back and forth. Like, they be talking, they be saying that. Like, I know she works with you, like, even the men, men be out there. Hey, all I can say is it happens. It happens to the best of them. That's all I can say. Hey, but that kind of money, I mean, if you do cheat, you better cheat smarter. You better cheat smarter. I was like, I don't know why everybody's so shocked about that Tyler Perry stuff. Like, I mean, I ain't never seen Tyler with no woman. So, I mean, I don't know if I would call it harassment. I don't know, but it's just like these BBLs killing y'all. The thighs don't match. You know what? I actually seen some of the first ant booties in my life. Like I was like, wow, I never seen one in person. Seen BBLs. I never seen it where it was just like it was. I'm like, what surgeon did that? Like, what surgeon is what surgeon is like, you know what? I can do that. Some of these surgeons need to have their license revoked. Like, real talk. Especially that one. What's that one basketball player that messed with that girl, and now she is saying she is suing him because she said he FA'd her, and she is a OF model, as they call it. I'm like, ma'am, you do corn, sugar ants, small waist, big booty. Man, listen. I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? Your kids, look, the kids can't read, and you walking around with the biggest BBL. I don't get it. I will say, I feel like it's slowing down a little bit. I'm not seeing so much of it as I was seeing before. And then even in the celebrity realm, like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the celebrities want to be in movies now. So, you know, they can't be coming in there with 20-inch waists and 60-inch behinds. You know, that's gonna look weird on camera. So I think they're trying to take it down now. Yeah, Zion Williams, yes, and Mariah Mills. Oh, let me tell you something. Why is there no repercussions on these women who are filing these fake lawsuits on these men? What's that one baseball player? The one baseball player, the lady made him lose $60 million. $60 million. And then the judge gonna say, oh, he told her to pay him $300,000 after they found out that, you know, the claims is false. $60 million and $300,000. It don't sound fair. This man over there in Japan, he can't understand nobody. All because of a woman lied on him. I'll tell you what, that's one thing Trump can do. Can you please put a law together for women who are lying on these men? Like, they need to. Yep, Trevor Bauer. Yep, yep. I did a story on him too. Yep, he plays. He played. Trevor Bauer plays baseball. I thought he's in Mexico now. So you telling me he went from Japan to Mexico? You see what I'm saying? And then if the judge told her to pay back $300,000, can't she just file bankruptcy? She don't even got $300,000. I know. I looked up. She ain't got it. So how is that fair? And you only got so many years in sports. It's Zion Williams. When you become a pro player, you need to somebody need to be like, when you sign that, you need to have a person that stays with you. Because Zion Williams, like, he picked the two most gut bucket little, I don't know what I would call them women that he picked. But they about to make him lose all his stuff. He didn't pick some little hyenas. The girl who falsely accused him was on, oh yes, the black girl that was on Pop the Balloon, the one that was acting all stank and nasty, yes. She falsely accused him too. And she didn't have no evidence at all. No, they dropped that case like a bad habit. Yeah. But that's the thing though. More women are gonna keep coming up with cases. Think about it. You ain't gonna get in trouble? You don't get in trouble? Look at the girl that got an Uber that was almost 500 pounds. And you suing Uber because they don't let you in. I wouldn't let you in my car either. If I'm driving Uber, evidently I need some money. I don't want to go to work to buy shocks. I don't. Like, where do lawsuits end? Where do they end at? Now somebody's suing Tyler Perry. What is it, $260 million? He won his whole set. He won his whole set in Atlanta. Tyler need to come on out. He just come on out. Nobody cares. Just come on out. Just come on out. Like, nobody cares if you are or if you're not. I mean, I don't get it. All these lawsuits popping up. I'm over it. And the little lawyers, like they don't mind taking it. They will take any case. They'll take any case. All you gotta do is mess with them. Me and y'all better quit messing. If y'all way up here, y'all not need to be messing with them women that's way down there. Like Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, he's a good example. You mess with that girl, another OF model, and you didn't pay her. You should have just paid her. Should have just paid her. It says Dank. Oh yeah, her name was Dank. That big old rapper. Yeah, she was on the Breakfast Club. Oh yeah, they had to get her a whole new. Look, not a chair. They had to get her a whole new sofa. Where did they be getting sofas at? I ain't never seen somebody pull up a sofa. I've seen them pull up a chair when they start pulling up sofas. Make that make sense. Yeah, they sure did. They pulled up a whole sofa for that woman. And think about it. And she looked like she about to not be here. But nobody talks about that. What's the rum rapper that he be rapping and he be looking like he about to pass out? He literally can't move on stage. I don't know what that man's name is. He might be from LA or something. I don't know. But why are we cheering on? Is that body positivity? And I just don't know about it. Like, come on now. Make that make sense. And people, the crazy thing, when they're real big like that, they always say they don't eat nothing. They're like, I don't eat nothing. I'm like, well, you have just invented the cure for hunger, if that's the case. There's no way. You can't fix something if you don't call it out. Seriously. And now them 600-pound shows and different things like that, you're seeing more and more of those about to be coming up. Women are more isolated. You got some men on there too, but women are more isolated, and it's just like, man. What I want to know is, how is the family bringing them food like that? Because they can't even move. They can't get out the door. Who bringing them the food? Who bringing them the food? His name is Dave Blunt. That's his name? Oh, yes. He needs to... so he needs to date Dank Moss, DeMoss. What couch they gonna sit on? That's one thing. Like, when they that, I don't really ever see two real huge people together. You either gonna see a really big person, and you might see a kind of like a medium-sized big person. You don't really see two big ones. I mean, I'm talking about they gotta be like, I'm talking about 400 or 500 pounds. Yeah, they're 400 or 500 pounds. And it's just like the woman on my 600-pound life always got a man, but I'm single over here. Look, skinny. Look, they always got a man, okay? And they both just be sitting there just cooking and stuff. And think about it though, but you got to think though, they got a man now, right? Those is the women. If you look at 600-pound life right now, a lot of them women are 30s and 40s and stuff like that, right? I bet you 600-pound life in another 5 years, you ain't gonna see them with men. You ain't gonna see them with people. They not gonna be on there with people watch. Guarantee it. Look, they don't even know how to talk. People don't even talk on the phone no more. People text. People don't know how to have conversations at all. Like it is the most weirdest thing to me. Like they don't have no dialect with each other. They don't. You know how a lot of families do. Get mad at each other. It's never talked about. Nobody makes up with nobody. They just show up at the next event and tell some jokes. And the problem's still there. Like, and y'all know I'm telling the truth. That's all we do. Like, we got to get past that. We wonder why we don't communicate with each other. We don't know how to communicate with each other. It's not being sent to us. It's not. Look at what happens. Like, shoot, tons of moms and daughters don't talk. Sons and dads are not talking. I mean, now they got this no contact thing, and that's like the bee's knees. They talk about that like those some new Jordans coming out. All you see is people on there talking about I'm no contact with my mom, I'm no contact with my dad, as if it's something to brag about. Like, that's sad. If you got to be no contact with your family members, I definitely understand it. I get it. I'm not saying, because I by no means think that you have to be bothered with your family members if they are not good people. If they not good people, I don't believe in just because they're your family, they get to sit around you. No, they don't. Nope, they don't. They don't get to sit around you. I was just telling somebody the other day. She was talking about how one of her family members don't want to invite some of her uncles over there. Uncles drink too much, and I was like, I wouldn't want to invite them either. It says, I don't deal with you big sassy ass bros. Kevin Samuels. Oh, yes. Okay. Kevin Samuels will hang up on somebody in a heartbeat, okay? He did not play. And you know what I say about that, honey? I don't care what nobody say. They got rid of him. They got rid of him. Women were starting to pay attention. They said he got to go. I don't care what nobody say. There's no way that man out of the blue just left up out of here like that. There's no way. There's no way. I seen it. I seen the stuff that he was about to start doing. So, you know, anytime in the community when something is about to happen a little bit bigger, it might not catch on to everybody, but just if some people were starting to listen to it, just even starting to hear it, that would be a reason they couldn't have that movement going. Maybe I was like, oh no, that's not about to happen at all. I know. I'm in his group. He definitely did. He did. That wasn't that Red Bull. That wasn't that Red Bull. I see people drinking Mountain Dew every day, and they still here. They still here. They still here. That was not, like, I'm telling you. Think about it. Women a lot of women didn't even think about even their mouths, even how they were talking to men. It wasn't even thought of. Even the attitude that was glowing off a lot of women. Think about it. I remember one time a man told me, look at the women's faces in the airport. He said, look at a lot of the brown women and look at a lot of the white women. And you know what? When I looked up, when I tell you, and I'm not saying they were in a bad mood or they was mean or nothing, but straight faces on all the brown faces looked like they were mad, mean, don't talk to me. And I was like, wow. Some things gotta be talked about for you to even recognize it sometimes. I've had friends, I've had family members that said they even lost some weight and stuff like that after hearing Kevin. They never even thought it was a big deal. They never even looked at it as being a challenge or anything like that. Like, wasn't even thought of. Do y'all know that now? I was looking at a podcast and they were talking about how women are told to go to school, go to work, and get done with all your schooling, and then you're supposed to go have kids and things, right? But now they're finding out that women are having a hard time getting pregnant. So now they really have different things going on where they're trying to work on having women have babies faster, before they go to school. Which I don't know how they're gonna do that because they're gonna have to bond with somebody first. So think about it. Like, we can't have a world where people are not having kids. Like, what is that? Is that Japan or is that China where they don't have enough men now? They got all these women, not enough men. Like, think about that. Like, that gets deep. That gets deep. We gotta have kids in the world. If you don't, then what happens? Japan got all them men. They got all them men without no women. And think about it. Women and men are different, not the same. You don't see you see some women out there on the construction crew. You don't see a whole bunch of them. You don't see a lot of the women doing a lot of the men's so-called jobs. Like, you don't. You see a couple of them. It ain't nowhere near. If you went on a construction site right now, you might see 2 women out of 30. So I don't want to hear people go, we do that too. No, we don't do it like they do it. It is different. It is different. Even when it comes to war, we don't go to war like they go to war. We got some soldiers. We got some female soldiers. Thank you for your service. But it ain't nowhere near how men. Dragonfly said, do you really want the kind of man that she got? Which one? Who you talking about? Who got? Who you talking about? What you talking about? Are you talking about? Let's see. Black women are bragging about being able to have kids after 40. It's crazy. Imagine being 65 at your child's high school graduation. And you know what's wild? Let's talk about that real quick. Do y'all know that they even been doing studies on women when women are having kids, women had kids, right? You know, your grandma and I'm had kids. Your grandma, you know, your mom came over. Your mom came over to watch your kids after you had a baby. You know, you and your husband, your mom came over. Now your mom can't come over a lot of times because you don't even live in the same state, and your mom is still at work. Even if moms worked back then, a lot of them retired when they were like in their 50s. Now they can't retire no more. Oh, Dragonfly, you talking about my 600-pound life? Oh yeah, that's some love for real. You 600 pounds. But think about that. So back to what I was saying. So the women right now, they have to get their kids in the daycare now, right? So now, as soon as 6 weeks hit, you got to take your kids to daycare. They're saying that the kids are suffering because kids are supposed to be with either their mother or either their father, or even they can even be with their grandma, but they're not experiencing that. So when they're going straight and throwing them into daycare, they're kind of like experiencing like shock. It kind of makes sense. A study just came out. 40-year-old women are having more kids than teenagers. You know what? That is so true. Do y'all remember when we used to see teen pregnancies? You seen teen pregnancies, and I'm talking about. I mean, anything with teen pregnancy, but below 19, you don't see teen pregnancies no more. You don't. But think about it. You're not told to bond with people. You're told to go to school. You're told to become boss chicks. You're told to get money. You're not. Look at social media. Look at the way people are talking. They don't even. So now they're getting done with everything. Not like, okay, I'm ready to have a kid now. That's why if you look at it, all you see is a whole bunch of fertility commercials all the time. Fertility commercials, and you seeing freeze your eggs, freeze your egg commercials. That's all you see all over social media and stuff now. And you think about it, how many people are freezing their eggs? But that's how many people are freezing their eggs. That's how many are freezing them. Women are, and it's getting harder for women to have pregnancies. It drops. I think it lowers itself like it goes down like 1%. Like the risk. And Kevin talked about that. Think about it. Women was told you get married at 30. Black women is most women. I'm saying American women now. 30 years old. 30 years old, you have less eggs. So you telling me at 30 years old, she got to meet somebody. She got to hurry up and have kids. So she's not even going to be able to have any time with her husband. That was wrong. That was wrong. Kevin was the first one was talking about that. Nobody else was talking about. Nobody else talking about that. So when you hear, even now, ask the young girl right now, when would she want to have kids or get married or anything like that? She's going to say 30. She's going to say 30. And she doesn't realize, math-wise, that doesn't make sense. If you have your baby too old, what you gonna feed it, pus? And I ain't even being funny, but it's like, nah, we gotta start talking a little differently. And it might not come out always so nice. It might not come out always so nice. Just like I just told you about the girls getting out of high school and they're going to college and they're just signing up for business. Like, no, y'all need to be getting more into STEM and different things like that. All them soft skill jobs, customer service, a lot of them jobs, they're not going to be here. Post office, they are cutting them down like a butcher at the butcher shop. The Dragonfly said, right. It said, how did that hot girl summer work out for? It didn't work out. A lot of them hot girl summers turned into hot baby mamas. A lot of them did. It says Ebony K. Williams only targeted Black women when she talked about freezing eggs. And people don't realize that is like a sniper. Like a sniper. When I say a sniper, it's like we turned all of our women against our men. Like it's sad. I'm looking at it. And then the women that were raising the men, a lot of the women was bitter, they mad, they emasculated their sons to death. They did. So and people be mad when a lot of Black men don't want to talk to Black women, but look at their examples of their family sometimes. Like, I mean, no judgment, but I'm just saying, like, that is, they don't have good experiences sometimes. They don't. So what do you do when that comes to the fore, you know? And then the girls, when they do, look at what's that, Haley Bailey and that DDG guy. Look at that. And I can tell she looked crazy. She got them little beady eyes. I knew something wrong with. So I knew someone right with that one. I knew something right there. And you see how they drag that man. They drag that man. But what they don't realize, a lot of men don't like telling on girls when they doing something wrong when it comes to custody of their kids. Skinny said, I hate the gender war because I love Black women, but Black men have been quiet for too long. Yeah, I don't think, because I honestly think you should love whoever you want to love, right? You should go where you're appreciated at. I'll tell anybody that, right? But the sad reality is, right? Black men are still wanted more on this planet. They just are, right? I'm not saying that white men don't like Black women, right? But they not fighting nobody over us. That's not how that's working out. That's not. Dragonfly said K Michelle was crashing out on Cam's podcast, blaming me. She definitely was. Like, she was tripping. She was, if she looks, I mean, and I don't know if she's gonna get it, but if she look at that podcast and see that, she's gonna be like, nah, she gonna think she's right. Nah, because if you look at the comments, go look at Cam Newton's comments. All them comments under there, they were only they was praising her the whole time. Like, they were like, yes, like they was like, yes, with the heart period and everything. Like, they praised everything that lady said. They sure did. It said that Skinny said Haley Bailey versus DDG. Meg Stallion versus Turd. Like, okay, the truth is coming out. You know what? That darn Stallion and Turd. I tell you what. You know, that Tory Lane situation, I know they was mad whoever put that out, because 14 times, that man's supposed to be here. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. And the big thing is with that, even with Meg Thee Stallion, Meg, you got all that money. Why are you messing with your friend's little boo thing? Like, that's weird to me. Like, you gotta have it all, but you know, they gotta have it all. Like, why do you, like, why? Why? That don't even make sense. Sound like she got mad because she don't have any control, and she got mad and was mad because she wasn't getting no attention. She wasn't getting no attention. So now I don't know if you cut your pinky toe, if you got popped in your pinky toe, but all over for attention. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. Her friend Kelsey is married. Hunching on. Hold on, Kelsey is married. She married? I don't know. Maybe she married now. Well, that's good. If she married and she settled down, like, hey, go on down. Dragonfly said the sad part is that Megan will not be held accountable at all. She's not. They already said that the Kelsey girl had residue on her hand. It's in one of my videos. I did. Like, I'm like, how is it that she has? Why would you have powder on your hands from the weapon? Like, why would you? Like, I mean, that's wild. I don't understand why she had to have immunity. Like all of that whole situation was wild. All I got to say is, if that's from the higher ups, I mean, who knows how that's going to work, but 14 times is madness. You imagine paying somebody, like, imagine when the person was like, I got him 14 times, but he lived. I mean, like what in the, I don't know if it's about selling records. I don't know what that whole thing is about. But that ain't, I don't know. They said the lady's supposed to come out with some more stuff this week. I don't know. I guess is that part of our what's that little word that's been out right now? That everybody's saying that when you get tired of looking at a lot of Black culture and it's just going crazy, Black fatigue. Is that part of Black fatigue right now? It might be. I don't know. All I got to say, that ain't gonna end up cute. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but that's not how that's gonna end. I don't know. I bet you probably something's gonna happen with that guy, the guy who did that. Don't be shocked if mysteriously he just goes missing. Like, real talk. And you right, the hot girl summer, like, yeah, everybody was cheering on hot girl. Look, it's a hot girl summer until fall roll in. Until fall roll in and them leaves fall up the tree and you sitting there looking crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tori, Dragonfly said Tori is upholding the street code. Stitches get stitches. It doesn't apply to his situation. I tell you what, anytime he gonna be allowed out, honey. He how many years did he get? Tory Lanez exposed NFTs. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he got a lot of money behind the scenes. I forgot. Tory Lanez exposed NFTs. He made $1 million in a day. Oh, and he also didn't he make $1 million in a day doing something else too? The industry tried to take him out because of it. You know what? They might have, people, and all that stuff. Prince, Michael Jackson, hey, when money is to be had, look what they did with the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar thing. I mean, look, they gave Drake $400 million. They said, we ain't about to lose that. They said, let's go pump up Kendrick Lamar. They was like, let's get his streams moving. And now, but Drake sued him for what was it, $250 million? How much Drake gets from sitting on his butt just now? That was the easiest money. Let me tell you something. I would not mind having a beef like that, getting that much money. Good Lord. But that's how I go. You can't trust these record execs. You can't trust none of that stuff. Look at all the layoffs going on. Microsoft, I think, just laid off like 7,000. Was that P&G laid off 20,000 people? Just laid off 20,000 people at P&G. And I think, was it UPS did 20,000? I'm seeing all kind of layoffs. I'm talking about every time I open up YouTube, I just see tons of layoffs. So it's going to get worse before it get better. I'll tell you that. Like, look, ain't nobody got time for no beefing, no kind of way. Hey, guys, let me know. How does my sound? I got this new microphone. This is my first time using this one on this live. I've not done a live since I've had it. But I think I'm going to start coming on here on Wednesdays. I think Wednesdays are going to be my days when I'm going to be actually coming on here live. So 8 o'clock on Wednesdays, I think is going to be my time. Thank you, Skinny. Thanks, guys. I so appreciate y'all today. Make sure y'all like this live. Pretty please. Put some likes in the chat. It helps out my algorithm. I will be back on Wednesday. If I come back before the end, I think I'm going to make Wednesday is going to be my for sure day that I come on here. I might add some more days on there. I don't know, but right now it's going to be Wednesdays. So if you can, leave me a comment about this on this live. It helps out my algorithm, guys. And till next time, I will see y'all later. Thank you so much, baby. Look, hump day for real, right? Bye, guys.